So my grandparents had a really bad war, and after the war they came to Australia and they came here with almost nothing. My grandfather had a suitcase full of European greeting cards. He just took those door to door and people loved them. So he did what you can't do now. He went to his local bank manager, shook hands with the bank manager, borrowed $500, went back to Europe and started bringing art materials into the country. So in the 70s we went to Korea and Japan, which was really the world's factory back then, and sourced just a small range of products that we had the Micador logo on for the first time. So it was scissors, oil pastels, crayons. And we brought them back to Australia, and the art stores didn't want to have a bar of it. They wanted European products only. So the schools got hold of them and the schools fell in love with that. They loved the quality, obviously they loved the price. And that was, in a small way, the beginnings of the Micador brand in Australia. We were not doing well as a business, and I was 26, and when you're 26 you think you can do everything. So I decided to come over just for a year, turn it around and leave again. And here I am over 20 years later. For the first couple of years that I took over, we developed a new logo, we came out with a great catalogue, we looked better, and everyone thought there's a new lease of life with Micador. So, we've got a packet of pencils and it looked okay to me, but one of our experts is like, they need to be softer and you can't have that colour in there, swap it over to this colour. So one of the things we've really made sure is that we're experts when we're making the product, and if we didn't have that expertise on the team, we would find someone who was an expert, and there's so much talent in Australia. One of the things we really love about our product range now is you can start when you're 1 year old with a Micador product, and you can still be using a Micador product when you're 101 as an artist. And we've got products that take you on that whole journey all the way through. So you can be a kid using Micador, your kids can use Micador, and your grandkids can use Micador, just while you're still using Micador as a grandparent.
We have people at the company who've been with us for 10, 20 years, and we also have people who've been with us for a year. So we've got a really interesting range of people that work at the company, and we're all really aligned in terms of the DNA and the values that we hold.
We've been spending time really thinking about who we are as a team, who we want to be as a team, and it's across all aspects of our culture. So there's things we want to be amazing at, and we want to challenge ourselves to be amazing.
So we've kind of really evolved as time has gone on, but we certainly haven't lost that family bind. So as a team, we are really proud of how Michael Dortimer got the Indigenous community involved with art supplies, and in terms of how he helped them express and create beautiful artwork.
My grandfather went to Alice Springs, and there was a little bookshop and art store called the Arunta Bookshop, and my grandfather went and sold canvas boards and brushes to her. We're finding out now they were the first real art materials that some of the most famous Indigenous artists in Australia, Clifford Possum and a lot of the really most famous artists in Australia, they started using products that my grandfather sold to them through Alice Springs. And we've just relaunched one of our products, which are the canvas boards that we do in our brand. And we've licensed an artwork from Gabriella Possum, Clifford Possum's daughter, and we put her artwork on the back of the canvas board. So it's like a really great historical loop, I think, that we're part of.
At Micador, we really strive to innovate. We strive to push the boundaries and be the best that we can be. Our vision is to be Australia's most green, most caring and most loved brand.
I think in 70 years, we want to drop off Australia's and become the world's most green, most caring and most loved brand.